Hello zusammen, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are all having an awesome day so far. If this is your first time here, my name's Diana and I am a Canadian expat living and working in Berlin, Germany. Yes, I am still working here. I am on Kurzarbeit at the moment, but I'm still working here and standing strong. We're gonna get through this. But for today's video, I'm gonna be reacting to one of my first ever videos about the German culture. I've been going down memory lane on my channel and just looking through all of the past videos that I've created over the last 3 years. And I saw this specific video and I was like, wow, I need to rewatch this and see where I was at during that time and what I was thinking. So the video is Germany versus USA culture differences, and it was filmed on March 12, 2017. So I had pretty much just moved to Germany, to Berlin, and I wanted to talk about what I was thinking so far and my thoughts on the German culture. And I'm already cringing because my hair looks so bad in this video. And if you've been watching me from back then, please let me know in the comments. You guys are amazing. If you have been watching me for so long, I really appreciate it. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm just gonna put my headphones on. This girl has no ear pods. Old school right here. All right, so let's watch this.
Hey guys, it's Diana. Welcome back to my channel. So it's been a month.
Okay, so starting off, I said, hey guys. I didn't even say hallo zusammen, which is what I say at the beginning of all of my videos. So that's how old this video is, because I feel like I've been saying hallo zusammen, like hello everybody, for so many years. So that's just super weird to hear that.
So again, this is based on Berlin because that's where I live. So I can't say this applies to all of Germany because I don't know. But this is just based on my experience here, and also—
oh my god, I look so nervous in this video. Like I don't feel like I'm talking like myself. I'm barely looking at the camera. I can tell that I'm very, very nervous, that's for sure.
So far, loving Berlin. I cannot stress that enough. If you guys follow me on social media, all I can talk about is how happy I am here, and I think it shows.
That is still true. We definitely still love Berlin. And it's so cute to see this, that I was so excited just about living here, and I said I couldn't get the stupid smile off of my face, and I still feel the same way. I still love living here and I still find it exciting. So this is really cute to watch.
All right, the first thing that I've noticed is that people here, they don't really understand the concept of small talk. So what I mean by that is they will not make the effort to ask really meaningless questions like how your weekend was, or how are you, or just like little questions that really don't mean anything. And I love that because small talk is one of those things that makes my skin crawl. Like, I just hate small talk. I think it's so awkward and it's so forced.
Yes, okay, I still hate small talk, and that's definitely true. Germans hate small talk. And the reason why I talked about this is because I just started working here, and I was so used to working back home in Toronto, and as soon as a new work week would start, colleagues would be like, hey, how was your weekend? Or hey, how are you? And like, I knew they really didn't care. But when I got here, I was so shocked that like nobody would ask that, and people would just roll into the week like normal. And I was just so used to back home when people would try to make small talk about nothing. And I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with that anymore. If I care to ask somebody about their weekend, it's genuine. I actually mean it. But I've become very German in that way, where I can't deal with small talk. Even if I have to call back home, like to Toronto, I had to call, the bank recently, and they were making small talk with me, like, oh, how's the weather there? And I was like, no, let's just cut to the chase. Like, I've become very German in this way. I do not like small talk, and it still makes my skin crawl. So yeah, Germans don't like small talk for sure.
The only time that this is a little bit more difficult is when you're trying to get to know people and you're looking for like one sentence answers. But because they don't understand the concept, if you ask them a simple question, it could turn into like a 10-minute, 20-minute conversation about it.
So it's not that they don't understand, but because it's not very common, if you do ask somebody a question, then they are just going to get into it if they actually want to talk to you and if they're actually interested in talking to you. Otherwise, they'll just cut you off. They'll be very blunt like that. So Germans are still like that. But I think they do understand what the concept of small talk is. It's just they're not going to mess with it if they're not interested. And yes, it does make it a little bit difficult to get to know people because you have to talk to them multiple times and make the effort multiple times. You're not going to be able to make friends with Germans very easy, especially at the beginning, or try to break down any barriers. So that's something I didn't talk about, I don't think, in this video, but something I learned later on that it does get quite difficult to try to get to know people at the very beginning.
The second thing that I've noticed is that people here, at least in Berlin, they are not fazed by the word fuck. You will see that word everywhere on t-shirts, on hats, and people will like blurt it out at the most random times, and they say it with so much passion, but they're not even angry. They just say it. They just add it to a sentence like it's nothing.
Yes, definitely. Germans have no problem using this word, and for me it's fine because I also swear quite a bit, so it's okay. But I remember being so shocked about this, especially at work when people would swear, and like even people higher up would swear. I'd be like, whoa, that's so weird. Like an executive should not be swearing. I was like, goody two shoes here. Like I thought that was the weirdest thing. But yeah, people swear here all the time, and yeah, swearing here is just not a big deal. It's just another form of expression, and it's not that big a deal to actually swear in the workplace. At least where I work, and at least I know where Josh works, it's pretty chill to swear. It's not that big a deal, whereas back home, that would be seen as like quite offensive to swear and very, very rude. But here it's fine. And I'm okay with that.
The third thing is that people here, at least again in Berlin, they're not as addicted to their phones. They don't have technosis like people back home do. I feel like everybody around me in Toronto was constantly on their phone. If you go to a restaurant, people are still on their phone. And if you go to a concert, people are taking a video of the concert and not actually watching the concert.
This is so true. People here are just not that addicted to their phone. Even 3 years later, yes, people use their phone, and people will take pictures of things, but it's not really something that they're always on. Like at restaurants, you'll barely see people addicted to their phone. They'll just be, talking to a person, or if they're eating alone, they'll be just staring out or reading a book, but they're never usually addicted to their phone or glued to their phone all the time. Especially at concerts, I noticed this a lot, because back home, if I went to a concert, I would pretty much be recording the concert on my phone and not really being in the moment. But in Berlin, it's so rare to see people recording the whole concert. Sure, they may take a picture here and there, but you won't see them holding up their phone the whole time. They'll just, put it away and just live in the moment. I've had friends who forget their phone at home. Like they don't even think about it. They just go out without their phone. And to me, this was such a shocker, because my phone sometimes feels like an extension of myself. And if I just hear that people go out without their phone, or they're going out for a walk, or they're going out clubbing without their phone, I'm like, that is so strange, but it happens. Yeah, people here just don't really check their phone that much, and I haven't seen that big a difference even 3 years later.
But it's still hard for me, because I definitely have technosis, and I want to snap everything and document everything.
I don't snap anymore, but if you guys want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram, I'm all up in there too. So feel free to follow me. I'll leave my links down below.
So yeah, that's the third thing. And then the fourth thing that I noticed, and the last thing I wanted to talk about, was people are very, very chill when they go to restaurants. Going to a restaurant here is like a 2-hour event at least. People take their time. they like to talk to you and they like to eat their food slowly and enjoy the ambiance, and the service is much slower, whereas at home it's very, very fast. You know, the server's trying to get you your food as soon as possible,
Yes.
get you out and move on to the next customer, and it's more of a rush.
This
Meanwhile,
is definitely true. Back home, going out to eat sort of feels like you have time pressure, like you need to get in and out really, really quickly. And the reason why is because servers there have an incentive to get through the next table and the next table and the next table, because they rely on tips to help their wage. Whereas here, tipping is not that big a deal. So it's just part of the culture that if you're going to go out to eat, you can chill at the table as long as possible, and you don't feel the pressure from the server coming up to you every once in a while and asking if you're okay and if you want something else, because they just want to get that tip from you and then move on like they do back home. So this was such a shock to me because, first of all, I remember just being completely shocked that I didn't have to tip that much. And also when people around me were just eating and talking and chilling and, you know, having a glass of wine, having the next glass, taking their time, it was such a shock because I was always used to just going in and rushing, and also being aware if there were people lined up outside of the restaurant, because I didn't want to take up, you know, a table and tips from the server. Like, this is how I used to think back then. Now it's like not a big deal. Like, I'm fine. I will just chill for a bit longer.
And I need to get used to that because Josh and I were like eating super quickly. We just don't take time to like chill and enjoy our time there. And the person who was there before us, they end up leaving after us.
Yes, I think we have become a bit more European that way. When I go back home, I find it so weird when the server comes up to us like every 10 minutes and is like, "Are you okay? Do you need something else?" Like, "Oh, like, how was your dessert?" I'm like, "Chill, like, just leave me alone. Like, I need my space." I definitely feel like that. And yeah, the eating experience is just so different there and here, but I think it definitely has to do just with the tips. And I would be so curious to see how Germans would react if, let's say, they had the North American style of service where the server is like super friendly and super in your face. I bet you Germans would absolutely hate that and find it so obnoxious. And I would hate that too. I hate it when I go back. I find it so annoying and so fake too. It's so fake.
So yeah, those are the 4 things that I've noticed since moving here. If you guys have anything that you want to share, any cultural differences.
So it was just 4 things that I talked about, which is so cute. This video got my channel started pretty much. I remember when I posted this video, a lot of people loved it and I got such a good reaction from it that it made me want to keep posting more about my experience here, and I'm so glad that I did. This apartment that I'm in, if you can tell by the background, it's the first apartment that we moved to. We were only there for 1 month. It was in Neukölln in Berlin. And we were there for a month. We didn't have any furniture and we still didn't know where we were going to move to next. And little did we know that we would have to move 5 more times before we landed in this place. So I was definitely quite naive going into it, but I do have a video actually of this apartment. I did an apartment tour, so if you guys are interested in seeing what this apartment looked like, it had such a weird washroom. I thought it was the strangest thing ever. If you're interested, I will leave it linked down below, or I'll link it up here for you guys. And I think I'm going to go back and watch that too, because I just remember the washroom in that apartment was so strange. But yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining. It's so interesting for me just to be able to see myself, see what I look like. I look like a crazy mess. I remember this hair because I dyed my hair before I moved here, and I think I was just panicky and like nervous about moving here, and in the process I messed up my hair and it looks so bad. I'm so glad my hair looks much better now. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and if you've been sticking around for so long, I appreciate it so much. Your support, you watching week over week, 3 years later, is amazing. If you are new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe if you like these types of videos about moving to Germany, the German culture. I would really appreciate it, and also give it a thumbs up. And finally, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my new channel. I appreciate it so much. I'm so excited to also make content on my second channel. It's all about self-development, motivation, entrepreneurship. I'm super passionate about those topics too, so I have a second channel dedicated to that. And if you are interested in subscribing and checking out some of the videos there, I will leave it linked down below. But I hope that you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next one. Cheers!